Former White House press secretary to Donald Trump, Sean Spicer, joined me earlier. Sean Spicer, thank you so much for your time this evening. How successful an ad campaign will this actually be for Biden's team, or will it play into Donald Trump's hands?
I think they're putting a ton of money behind this. They think it's going to be successful. Look, the thing that's interesting about this, I've been saying this for weeks. All they've wanted is this moniker, this slogan, convicted felon. That's what this has all been about for the exact reason that you're seeing today. They were waiting for it to make an ad. This has been their plan from the beginning. They wanted to brand him a convicted felon, run ads about it, be able to go to voters and say there's no way you can vote for a convicted felon. They want this to be everything except a campaign run on the issues and the records between the two. Look, the American people, for the first time in 100 years, will have the ability to vote on two presidents and their records. And the Biden campaign is scared, you know what, to have to deal with that. So they've basically figured out anything but issues and their record.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that they're scared. The fact that they're pouring, I believe it's some $50 million into this ad blitz. I mean, what does that tell you about how they're feeling?
Well, what it tells me is that they don't have anything else, right? So normally a candidate would go out there and say, here's my record, here's how I think I fare versus my opponent, here's why I'm better. Frankly, that's what Donald Trump has been doing, right? He talks about a secure border, lower taxes, higher unemployment rates. And what Joe Biden has done is talked about democracy and convicted felons. They're trying to make this about personality, not policy, because, you know, just to be blunt, and I think this isn't just me saying it. We have a political publication over here called Politico, and they quoted a Democratic operative about a week ago saying, if this is about their two records, we lose every day and twice on Sunday. I couldn't agree more. And what this ad shows you is that they don't want to run on their issues. They don't want to run on their record because they don't have much to show. I mean, look, you see where interest rates are, what unemployment is, what people think about crime, et cetera, issue after issue. Joe Biden can't actually articulate a success from his time at the beginning of his presidency to now. So they've got to do everything to obfuscate, to talk about everything but that. Donald Trump being a convicted felon, democracy under attack. Everything but the issues will be what their focus is.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned there immigration. Now, Donald Trump has vowed that the largest deportation operation in America's history will be conducted if he's re-elected to power. Sean, how big of a vote-driving issue is immigration right now, and how would voters respond if Trump does get that strategy right?
Well, for so many Americans, regardless of what state you live in, meaning it doesn't matter if you're a border state. Right now, every state has become a border state for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it's the crime that we're seeing committed by people who are in this country illegally. A lot of times it's the fentanyl that's been flowing in that's affecting almost every community in America. So they all see, no matter where you live in this country, the effects of an open border and what Joe Biden has put in place. So Donald Trump being tough again is something that's actually playing very, very well. This deportation issue that you bring up that he's talking about is resonating to the tune of about 63% of all Americans support it. So I think this is going to be a very big issue that President Trump will campaign on it. And again, getting back to those issues of the Biden policies, the Biden campaign doesn't have much to go on. They have advocated very clearly for an open border. They were very proud of rolling back Donald Trump's policies on the border. They own this. And this is why I think Donald Trump is doubling down on it, because he realizes that they don't have anywhere to go on it. They have to own this issue. And so they're going to do everything on the Biden side to turn the tables about anything specifically other than the issue of immigration, because like I said, they were vocally proud of their initiatives to roll back Trump policies. I don't think that they foresaw some of the consequences, the drugs, the crime, the terrorism, et cetera.
Now, let's talk about Joe Biden. It's been a shocking few days. In the space of a week, he's had some really bizarre and puzzling moments. It started at the G7 when he appeared, Sean, to wander off into the abyss, and then Barack Obama had to help him out again when he wandered off stage at a separate event and appeared to freeze. But the White House has responded, claiming that those videos are deep fakes. This is what they said.
Instead of talking about the president's performance in office, and what I mean by that is his legislative wins, what he's been able to do for the American people across the country, we're seeing these deep fakes, these manipulated videos.
Sean, so they're calling it a deep fake. I mean, are they actually pretending like the president has not lost it?
Yeah, I know. It's funny. They need to brand it something because this isn't the first instance where this has happened. And I think rightly so, they should be concerned. There's a movie that people have used as a meme on social media here in America from Weekend at Bernie's, where they're propping up this character in the movie. And I think for a lot of folks, this is what they've been on the Democratic side. They've been scared about this moment coming. And this happens on the heels of that video from the G7 that went viral as well, where Biden's walking away from the other group of leaders. So we're seeing it again. I mean, the bottom line is there's no question that Barack Obama grabs his arm and walks him off stage. That's a fact. You can claim what you want about the angle that you're looking at the video, but the fact is it was Barack Obama who grabbed him by the arm and escorted him off stage.
Yeah, I can't believe they're calling it deep fakes when it's clear he is indeed in cognitive decline. Sean Spicer, great to speak with you. Thank you very much for joining us.
Absolutely. Good to see you.